Well, everyone, welcome to the post-draft Tuesday Funcast.
I'm having
me,
fun.
Ryan.
Are you Viking fans having fun?
We made it.
No, not at all. But fellow Trent's got a Viking shirt on, so he's okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
He's not wearing his 49ers gear, so that's awesome.
I'm back. Oh, Jesus.
And then there's Homer Bryant above us. I know I found something out about you, Bryant.
Uh-oh. Should we be sharing it live, or should this be after we cut the cameras?
You are like the biggest Logan Paul fan on the planet, right?
I am. I thought when they criticized him outside of what he did in Japan, I think that was uncalled for. It was a misunderstanding when he went into the suicide forest. Who would have thought that there would be a guy that committed suicide out there? And then also, who would have thought he would have went through the editing, kept it in there, and then posted it for millions of people? Who would have thought that would have happened? Okay, that was a long, long time ago. Now he's cool.
So wait a second, that actually happened?
Yeah. Like 5 years ago, he went to this like Japanese, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And like, there's a guy hanging there. They don't blur it or anything, and he just puts it on YouTube with no like age restriction.
Huh.
That was before he decided to just get in shape and do WWE. He's always been in shape, but now WWE.
And who's his? I can't remember. What's his brother's first name? Who's going against Tyson? Jake Paul. For the life of me, I just wanted like George Paul the whole time, but that's not it.
Chris Paul, I think.
Chris Paul. I was thinking Paul George, and then you go George Foreman. You just
can't quite win the whole thing.
Who do you want to win that fight? Jake Paul or Mike Tyson?
Oh, Mike Tyson easily.
I hope Mike Tyson knocks him out in the first round.
I'll have to
but
look
it
up.
Won't.
I'm not sure if the fight's regulated or not.
I think today it was announced that it is.
It is a regulated fight.
I believe
it won't be.
So.
It'll be rigged. It'll go a lot longer than it should to make money. That's what's going to happen.
Okay. So it says it's a sanctioned fight. Is that the same thing?
It's sanctioned as professional fight.
Okay. Yeah. So is that like
Let me check the CNN article. They know a lot about sports here. So,
hey, when I want to know everything about sports, I go to the unbiased views of CNN.
Yeah, exactly. First line in this article about this being sanctioned for like being a professional fight says Mike Tyson is abstaining from smoking marijuana and having sex.
Saw that.
I didn't need to know that before going into this fight. I just need to know weights and heights. Actually, the most important thing, I need to know the reach. Whoever has the longest arms wins.
Did he learn nothing from Tiger Woods not having sex before the Masters? Did he learn nothing?
That's apparently a thing, though. I had no clue that was a thing. And I was listening to the Tosh podcast, Tosh Show, and he was talking to who's the grill guy? George Foreman. He was talking to George Foreman's son, and he does boxing too, and he said he'll abstain for like 6 months before a fight.
Didn't Colby Covington say that's all bullshit? Did I just see that?
I think that'd be terrible. The slightest breeze, and you're gonna have to like, who knows? Yeah, hold up.
The
ring girl walks by. You gotta cover your eyes.
Yeah, I did not. I didn't know that was a thing, but I don't know how does that help? I'm trying to I guess build up testosterone more or something. I don't know.
See, I'm not a scientist, but I thought the more you release, the more your body produce natural testosterone, which would help.
I would think that's the way it would work.
I think it's a mental thing. Like you're so disciplined, there's no distractions. I think that's more of than that it actually helps your body.
I needed to pay more attention in reproduction class, I guess.
I'll remain abstinent between pods, and I'll tell you how I perform the next podcast. How about that?
Next Monday, we'll know.
Yeah, actually, okay. Here it is. Trivia next week. I'll tell you if I'm smarter or not. If I abstain for the next 6 days and I get into trivia Monday, I'll let you know if I rattle off all the first ladies and shit.
That's all you'll be able to think about. Some first ladies.
Some Barbara Bush. Specifically the second part. So.
What Hillary Clinton does to you, nobody can talk about.
Oh, young Hillary, with those Coke bottle glasses. Not Coke bottle, they're just the really big ones that take up half your face,
Brian, we think about that Nancy Pelosi photo.
I'd be thinking about Nancy Reagan, how she got into office. You've heard the rumors about her.
Well, I guess we can transfer over to draft talk.
From Nancy Reagan to the NFL draft.
I mean,
is this like a subliminal messaging on how you feel the Vikings did in the draft? They Nancy Reagan did?
We got fucked. No, I guess I don't know. Trent's got his Vikings gear on. I'll let him talk.
I thought the Vikings would do what they always do and just mess this draft up. And that was going to be them not taking a quarterback. Like, we know that was a huge need. The Vikings needed a quarterback, and they didn't trade up. Like, after the third or fourth pick, and they didn't trade up to get that fourth pick. I was very concerned that they were not going to take a quarterback, and they did. So they filled a need. They just didn't go do what everybody wanted them to do by jumping into that third or fourth pick and taking Jaden Daniels, Drake May, whoever it might have been. Got JJ McCarthy. Dude won a national championship. He's a winner. Hopefully that translates to the NFL. Like, played pro style offense. He's got weapons around him. He has Addison. He's got Justin Jefferson. He's got an offensive minded coach in O'Connell. So hopefully all that plays into his favor and he pans out. And then I didn't get the whole trade up one pick to get him, because I didn't think, who was the team ahead of them that they traded?
They traded with the Jets, but is Denver potentially trying to move up? But Sean Payton said they baited the Vikings in trying to trade up.
And they didn't need to do that. Like, they did not.
They baited them so they could take Bo Nix. Whoa.
Yeah. And I don't know. And hopefully this edge rusher that they got out of Alabama later in the first round, again, they moved up, lost more picks to get this guy. I think that was just a best available pick there. Like, I think this guy they were thinking he'd go earlier, like top 10, and he fell. So best available, they took him. So hopefully, get better defense, got the quarterback. Hopefully it all pans out.
You can say it right there, ESPN. Well, and there were so many defensive players that got passed over that, he was a 7th ranked prospect, but everyone knew that there'd be a steep drop off once you got the top tier offensive people, that they just went ham on it. And you guys snuck what it says here. This is not official, but like the 7th ranked overall, and you got him at 17. That's incredible.
Yep. What do you think, Ryan?
I'm very cautious on JJ McCarthy. I don't know. I was big on Drake May possibility, and we tried to trade up for him, it sounds like, but it just wasn't enough for the Patriots. I think it would have taken us having to give up Justin Jefferson, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I don't have faith in JJ McCarthy. I'm trying to not think of him as the next Christian Ponder, but there's really nothing in college that I saw from him that I'm like, yep, this guy is going to be something special. I hope I'm wrong. I truly do. I'll be cheering for him. Obviously, he's on my team, but there's just, I don't know. I'm glad we didn't overpay for him. That's the big thing for me. We didn't overpay for him. We didn't give up that much to move up to get him. Dallas Turner, though, the more I read about him, I'm very excited about him. I don't like that we have 3 picks next year because of that trade, 1 and 2 5s, which is just, that's awful. But who knows? We can maybe try to get back into the later round or 2 and 3 somehow. But we needed someone to replace Daniil Hunter, and we may have gotten a better player. I don't know, but so I'm very excited about him. Our biggest thing is we need a defensive tackle. We're missing the middle of the defensive line. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not overly optimistic with JJ McCarthy, but he's 21. He can definitely develop more. You just look at his stats for the national championship. He threw for 140 yards. Like he's not the reason they won the national championship. They had 2 running backs that had almost as many rushing yards as he had passing. So we don't have a running game. We don't have Michigan's defense in comparison to the NFL's equality. But
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at the idea of like you just put Michigan's defense, just the whole thing with the Minnesota Vikings offense, and you're golden, pony boy.
yeah. Let's just make that happen. So I don't know. I keep on, like I said, I keep on going online trying to find things to get me excited, and it's just like.
I just highlighted a couple things there. Did you see it? The first one here. Well, first one before I unhighlight it. This Will Reichert, place kicker. He is accurate and consistent on field goal attempts inside 40 yards. As a Vikings fan, you should be feeling pretty good about that.
I think we signed a kicker in the offseason.
Well, cut his ass. You got Will Reichert now.
That's
and then
true.
this Walter Rouse here, I love this stat. 52 starts at left tackle in college. Oh, 52. Yeah, started 52 games at Oklahoma. Is Oklahoma what they were 5-10 years ago? No. But, I mean, 52 starts at left tackle in college and not getting replaced, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. We have one of the top 3 best tackles in the NFL. Left tackle.
Just put him on the other side.
We have one of the top 5 best right tackles in the NFL.
Put him as a blocking tight end. Just put him in there somewhere.
Just get him on the field. He's a winner.
At 6'6", 313 pounds, I think he can run some routes.
Oh, yes. Good luck guarding that.
Sewell catch that pass a couple years ago. He'd be just fine.
Yeah, what was his 40 time?
It didn't say here. Analysis on every Nah, it doesn't say. And I'm too lazy to look it up. Sorry, boys. That's all.
That's okay. That is okay.
Yeah. There was a video of McCarthy that I sent to Trent and Chad that he's doing some 360 no scopes just perfectly, like 40 yards out. So that was
Joe
exciting.
Burrow.
Yeah,
I think my reaction was, I hope to God he doesn't have to make those throws in the NFL.
But they were extremely accurate, so that was awesome. And then I think I sent it to you guys that he was 61 mile per hour for pass speed, and that's only one below the top of what Josh Allen and what's his name? Can't remember the other guy, but so
Joe Milton Jr. or the third.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, I'm finding a couple positive things. Let's try to build off of that.
You say you hope he's not Christian Ponder. The thing, JJ McCarthy was supposed to go in the first round. Christian Ponder was not. The Vikings were just dumb enough to take him at 15.
They saw Sam Ponder and they're like, we need some of that up here in Minnesota.
Yeah. Don't forget, we took him before.
We didn't draft Christian. We drafted Sam.
Yeah. Let's not forget that we also took him ahead of Andy Dalton, which is just nuts to me.
The old red rifle, huh?
But I would say maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just because this is such a deep QB class. JJ McCarthy, if he played one more season, would probably be the number 1 pick next year.
Yeah.
Can't believe the Panthers would get 2 franchise quarterbacks in 3 years. Could have went 3-3, but they traded their picks away.
I think he's going to show up on our podcast and interrupt us, but I think the owner is the one that's the biggest issue with that franchise.
John Tepper.
Yeah. Did you see him? Did I send the video to you guys of him showing up at a restaurant? Just like,
yes.
This proves you're the problem for your franchise.
If I was a billionaire, I'd probably do that same shit, though. Oh, you think I'm the smartest guy in this room? 3 commas, bitch.
I was reading the comments about that, and I guess he was coming in there. He was joking around with the guy, and he took the guy's hat off because he was wearing an Eagles hat.
Oh.
So like he wasn't like pissed off about it. He thought it was funny.
I thought he was gonna take his hat off and just
Yeah.
Just give him a old bitch slap.
Yep.
Yeah. But one thing I sent to because my wife and her family are much better fans than me. I try to be more of a realist and just like, okay, am I ever going to see a Super Bowl in my lifetime? Probably not, but who knows? That might change. But they're like, okay, it's time to think positive, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I will take JJ McCarthy more serious once Justin Jefferson signs his extension. Because once he signs his extension, that shows to me that he's got faith in it. So
we're talking about this at work today about like, when is he going to sign this extension? And Amon-Ra St. Brown just signed his. And is there another receiver out there that could get that kind of money? Because I'm like, maybe he's sitting back and waiting. Like this other receiver needs to sign. He's going to get more than Amon-Ra. And then Justin Jefferson's going to get more than that guy. So he could just
Jamar
be waiting to get
contract.
No, Jamar. I think Jamar is waiting to see what Jefferson does. And I think CD Lamb is the same. It is hilarious to think that those two think that they're equal to Justin Jefferson, though.
Yeah.
They're great. They're top 5, but they're not Justin Jefferson.
Let's be honest. Jamar has the added benefit of having Joe Burrow, who he's played years with to start his career. They're both very good, both high at their level. JJ was making the backups look good last year. Jamar good.
He missed a third of this, probably longer than a third of the season, and still had over 1,000 yards with Nick Mullins passing to him, with Josh Dobbs passing to him, with I don't even remember our
who is that
BYU guy now?
Rookie,
Jaron Hall.
The other Mormon Mahomes.
Yes. So
Mormon Mahomes.
So he was almost as productive as they were in the 10 games he played.
Yeah. See, Jamar, he did really great when Burrow was in, but he had I think the game where he went off for like 3 touchdowns when he said, "I'm always open," right? After that, when it was Jake Browning, and it's like Browning proved he wasn't a not terrible, not good by any means, but like Jamar, that's where you need to raise your game up. You also have T. Higgins on there. You have Taj Boyd, right?
Tyler Boyd. You have a good running back, and you have a decent tight end to create. You shouldn't be. I'm sorry, but if you want JJ money, you got to get open in those. Do you not think JJ is getting doubled every time and still getting open? Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So.
And the thing that made me, a little bit more positive on that too. And again, I sent it to Trent and Chad, I believe, but the GM basically saying, okay, there's people that represent some that are in the draft this year that are JJ's agent. And they're like, with the extension JJ deserves and will get, he deserves a month of celebration instead of doing it around the draft when other people are having things happen. So it sounds like it's a matter of when at this point.
Yeah. No, I agree. There's very few, and I'm even going through them, like Jamar, he's worth paying, CD worth paying, but you are already a step ahead where like the Cowboys, they're going to have to cut Dak or figure something out because you can't overpay Dak and overpay CD because you already had that when you overpaid Dak and you overpaid Zeke, who now you have to bring back on the cheap, and you're already paying dead money on because you don't run the organization well. So
someone on Twitter today said what's going to happen is after this season, there's a reason McCarthy doesn't have a big extension and Dak doesn't have his. They're bringing down the Sanders. Shador is their quarterback drafted, and Dion is going to coach.
Yeah. You want that type of leader in Shador Sanders. He really respects everyone that he plays with, and he is definitely the leader of the locker room. Do you think many fans or other opposing players care if he wears a watch on the field?
They should. He's cool.
Yeah. They're gonna go, hey, cool that daddy's money bought you that watch. Here's my real fucking money, and I bought it. Oh, and also I sacked you for a 15-yard loss.
Dude, he sold some shirts at halftime and then lost.
Yeah. Dude, that football program is a reality show. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I've been saying it since Dion got there.
Mm-hmm.
Me. It's all about me.
Well, there's the one former 4-star corner that's like, I'm going to go to play for a program that's not about clicks. That's about actually playing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
I told you so.
Yeah, no, you've been right about him, man. And like I usually try and give him the benefit. I know I've been shitting on, but it's like, okay, we need them to be good to make the Big 12 look good. So I've been kind of on the fence, but man, it's just like everything they say, it can't just be humble or hey, we got our ass kicked last year. I'm gonna focus on getting myself and this team back. Okay, you don't even have to be better, but just saying something like that compared to attacking a guy that says, "Hey, man, I that's just not for me." And I'll be honest, it was probably a personal shot at his dad. You feel like you got to, I don't know, man. Like there's just so much on that. It's like, why are we even? That's how far into the offseason we now are. We're concerning ourselves about comments about a player that didn't play for him last year. They're saying he was mid. The guy was an All-American last year, and your team went 4-8. I'd say you probably just need to shut your mouth and actually win some football game. Maybe get to a 500 bowl game. And that's coming from a team that lost a 500 bowl game because we actually got to the bowl game.
Yep.
So,
I was going to say they weren't even a mid team, so I don't know how you can call a player mid.
Yeah. No, Colorado is just one of those, hey, we appreciate you bridging the gap between us and the other four corner schools so we can bring you in and not collapse on the next realignment. But God, can you just I'm looking forward to your basketball team. That's going to be a lot of points, but the football team is just yep with fucking nothing.
The only one you can really take serious is Travis Hunter. I think he's a freak athlete, and he's a freak
athlete. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You know more about him than I do.
I didn't say freak athlete. He backs up his play. He plays both ways. And how much do you hear him talking? Fucking zero.
None.
You hear Dion talking about what teams he'll allow him to go to in the professionals. You hear the other Sanders is talking everything. You don't hear Travis Hunter talking. You hear him. I'm going to assume when you're not hearing a guy like that talking, he's pissed off because of how terrible they were last year and trying to do everything to improve himself. So they can rely on him to play 120 snaps a game and not collapse on the field and, skate by 45-42 because no one else on that team can play.
Yeah, I'm curious. Does Dion have blackmail on him? Did he pay for a bunch of stuff or what? Because how is he his representative, and how is Alabama or LSU or any other college not going up to him and saying, "Hey, you want to transfer over here? We got a sweet deal for you."
I wonder if he likes the ability to be the all-star. Well, and first off, he signed with Dion to go to Jackson State. So I think him and Dion are pretty tight. But it's interesting that he wouldn't just – maybe he likes the ability of playing both ways. And I bet you if an LSU or an Alabama, you're going to play one position because we would expect you at 100% at cornerback and not 70-70, both sides of the ball where you can take a couple plays off. I don't know if he does, but, you're not going to get a full sprint every single time when you're playing in that offense that sprinting all the time, and then on the opposite end where they're just going to attack you if they know you're gassed.
Yeah. So that's I was going to make a point about that. There's teams in the SEC like Texas A&M. They got all the money in the world. They could pay him whatever he wants to go there. But if he does, he's going to be in the SEC. He isn't going to play offense and defense. So it probably works better for him, looks better for him if he's at Colorado and able to do that.
Makes sense. Well, anything good happened for the Chiefs?
Oh, it did, man. We in Andy Reid I trust. I never once they've started to change take these day 3 picks and turn them into all-stars, I stopped worrying about the draft and just focused on who they took, so I know what positions we got better at. So I'm just going to share the screen here so we can see it. But I mean, I think the Bills are just gluttons for punishment by trading down, and they still got their. I'll be honest. If we would have been at 32 and gotten Keon Coleman like they did, I would have been just fine with it because I think he's legit. But by getting Xavier Worthy, we're getting that receiver that can break the top off the defense. MVS was that at times, but he just didn't have consistent hands. So loving the Xavier Worthy pick, fastest guy in the draft. This Kingsley Somalia, I fucked it up. Apologies there, but he was supposed to be he was a fringe first round pick. And since so many top tackles went early, I think it kind of helped where he fell all the way to the end of the second round. We're not really solid at either tackle just yet. We had that Jawan Taylor that got. I think he just got flagged again for a false start. And our left tackle was just not good last year. So trading up to get the BYU guy makes me feel good. We got Jared Wiley from TCU, quarterback turned tight end, 6'6". Reads the defense pre-snap. We got Travis Kelce 2.0. And then a bunch of these guys, I really don't know too much from day 3, but everyone's telling me this Jaden Hicks was a solid pick. He was the 4th best safety, getting him on day 3. That's feeling pretty good. As well as the one that interests me, we got a couple interior linemen. Don't really know too much about them except for their size. And then this Kamal Hayden was a pretty solid corner, but he got injured last year. I mean, to take a guy that was probably going to be 2nd, 3rd round, maybe even higher. I don't know what his highest potential would have been, but taking him with a day 3 pick when you're just kind of, Lions didn't take him day 3, but when you're taking linemen out of British Columbia and you're just taking guys for potential at that point. So with our day 3 history recently, I'm feeling great about this whole draft, man. It's kind of not to like throw it out there again, but it's kind of hard not to with how well the Chiefs have done.
Yeah.
The one thing I wish, and it was because so many of them went early, I wish we would have gotten another receiver, but there's still plenty of like solid receivers that are in free agency right now. Like the one that always interests me, and I think if he came to our system, he would work out well, is like Hunter Renfrow. We just need a guy that can precise route run, and when you throw the ball at him, can catch it. I guess I would need to check out how he did with the Raiders if he maybe consistently dropped the ball. I don't know, but I don't know. He was always seemed like that guy. Like, how did he not work out for the Raiders?
Would you call him a coach's son, or
brings his lunch pail?
Yeah,
right. Deceptively quick.
First one in the building, last one out of the building. Yeah.
But we got plenty of guys. Like, we got to be smart with it as well because we just signed Kelce to a large deal. Mahomes is getting his money. Chris Jones is getting his money. We got a couple linemen that are getting their money. Like, we also need to think of like Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore. They're probably on the roster just simply money saving wise, right? So we've only got a couple positions we need to fill at the receiver side. I'm feeling solid about having a backup, a tight end, a young tight end. So maybe you can give Kelce more rest to keep him. He was not 100% most of the year last year. Getting him some more rest with his age.
Got to pull the groin all year.
Someone was pulling his groin, I think, but it's hard to it's hard to say. We brought in a few undrafted free agents that I liked, but yeah, man. I mean, now it's on the coach's side, and that's where Spagnuolo and Reed I think do really well is they take some of these players that like that Hayden injured all last year. You don't know what they're going to get, and you're going to have a guy that's probably getting some playing time, later in the year because they've trained him up and got him where they need to be. So I think we just develop our players really well, especially some of these young ones. And you've seen how many of these other teams are now overpaying for, not Nick Bolton, like Willie Gay Jr. And when they are going to these other teams, we're starting to have the players that they've developed enough where they're getting a $8 million a year, and they were, they weren't the biggest contributor on the Chiefs, but they were part of a solid group. So.
Yeah, that Xavier Worthy. I mean, he was supposed to be like one of the best wide receivers in the draft. Was an absolute stud for Texas, as we know. Yeah, I feel like that did nothing but help your wide receiver room. I mean, you need one after Rashee Rice. Probably won't be playing. Kadarius Toney, like he doesn't need to be playing. So they
keep him off the field.
Yeah. I did see a meme that was like the Chiefs have the fastest wide receivers. It like showed, I can't remember, one of their receivers that's on their roster now is 40 time. Mm-hmm. It showed Xavier Worthy's 40 time. And it said Rashee Rice 119 miles an hour.
Yeah, we got the fastest wide receiver group in the country, boys.
Jesus.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Hey, we got some we got some speed, but we don't get that deadly speed like the Raiders trying to bring in. So
yeah,
but yeah, I would say it. I think we're one receiver short. I think if we can get that BYU tackle to be a solid contributor or even be our left tackle of the future. You got a young guy that's going to grow into the position. Mahomes' backside is covered for years. I mean, it's all good vibes over here, man. I mean, no pick that I looked at. Like, the only one was the 7th round Holy Cross. But even looking at the guy's stats right now, I think it said he was 6'5", 300 pounds for a guard. It's like he's got size. I mean, what – give him a couple years develop. If we don't try to sign Trey Smith again, maybe he can fill in immediately. So
I'm just looking through. So just, the AFC is tougher than although actually the NFC has them. The NFC North is going to be tough this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the AFC, I think Houston is going to be the biggest threat to Kansas City. I was looking at Cincinnati's draft picks. They picked an offensive tackle. I feel like they take an OT first round every year. I feel like they're always trying to find protection for Joey.
Eventually, one of them is going to hit.
I could be wrong, but I just feel like I see that all the time. But it's just like I think Cincinnati's going to be getting worse. I don't know what they've done to get better. Buffalo, I think they've gotten worse.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on real quick for that Bengals pick. I'm looking into some Amarius Mims, and I couldn't believe it when I heard the stat, and I just wanted to make sure it was right. He is this Amarius Mims is 6'8", 340 pounds, so he's going to be opposite Orlando Brown. So they're should have 2 consistent tackles. This kid started 8 games in college.
That's it.
8 games, and you're just going to draft him in the first round and hope that he's going to give Joey B the protection he needs.
I mean, just like San Francisco drafting Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
Like he started like 11 games or 12 games in college.
Look how that one worked out.
Look, yeah.
A 7th rounder replacement, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, what a scrub.
No, I mean, I just look at a guy like that. He has 8 games of experience in the SEC. It's probably not probably. It is the best football conference. So he went against the best in the SEC. How's he going to fare versus Myles Garrett? I feel better about your Walter Roush, the guy in the 4th round that started 52 games at left tackle. Okay, you got some experience. Some guys kicked your ass. You got better. You learned how to 8 games just seems. I don't know that worry. If I'm a Bengals fan, I am worried that we took a first round pick on a guy with a lot of size and potential, but that's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what Miami, I guess, but I think Miami got worse too.
Who did they pick up? Do you know anyone off the top of your head? While
I'm looking at it right now. Chop Robinson was their first pick.
Yeah, solid.
All draft team name right there.
Jalen Wright.
For pork chop.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this is Colorado State, not Colorado, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think
Dion didn't coach him.
Yeah, that's exactly. It doesn't matter. So I'm just trying to think who's gonna. Maybe the Jets will be good with Rodgers if he doesn't get hurt. Third play of the game,
Baltimore
of the season. Baltimore.
I hate it, but the Ravens had another amazing draft.
Did they?
They always just have the best. They always find the potential. They find the best player available, and they just. God, I just hate it. They got Nate Wiggins, which solid corner at the end of the first. They got a solid tackle from Washington. The one that stuck out to me, they got that Tez Walker, the one with the eligibility issues from North Carolina early in the year. They got him in the third. Let me make third or fourth. They got him early in the fourth, and then late in the fourth. Of course, we got to highlight the one Iowa State guy, but TJ Tampa was a projected early in the between the season and the draft. He was late first, early second, and he dropped all the way to the end of the fourth round. Mm-hmm. He didn't have a very good 40, and I think some of it.
He was also nursing a hamstring issue.
Yeah, but he fell all the way to into the fourth round. Mm-hmm. You saw that Ravens defense last year. They can kind of plug and play him where they need to, and I was so hoping that either the Vikings, one of our teams could get him so we can actively cheer for him. I was like, are you kidding me? The one, I couldn't cheer for him if he was there, the Bengals, the Bills, or Texans, I would. Texans are just a fun team. If the Chiefs are going to lose, it might as well be to a CJ Stroud. By the way, have you seen any of this new stuff recently with CJ Stroud, where he's doing, with Micah Parsons and doing podcasts and stuff?
Mm-hmm. I haven't.
That kid knows his shit, and he's actually – I like how well he – it was pick your top 11 players on offense. Parsons did the top 11 on defense, and one play who would win, right? One play to win the Super Bowl or whatever. And he just, I guess now it's probably thinking it's edited, but, immediately he's going, Devonta Walker or Devontae Adams. He put himself in there, of course, Tank Dell, and he just lists all these different players. I don't know. He's just the way he's been talking shit and he conducts himself. You just see some other players that don't conduct themselves well. He just goes out there, balls, and he shuts his mouth. He does a good job.
Speaking of Tank Dell, did you see he got shot the other day?
Yeah.
Innocent bystander, dude.
Yeah.
Where was he at? Do you know if it was in Houston?
There's some club there.
Yeah, the club.
Sucks, dude.
Yep.
That's tough.
Well, I don't think it was serious, right? I think it was
no.
Always getting shot is serious, but not Plaxico shot your leg, right?
No, he was. I think he got released the same night.
Good. Yeah, you always hate to see that shit, man. It's because some fucking moron doesn't know how to have a good time,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I have a good time when I take a gun to a club. What are you talking about?
Plaxico did it.
Yeah, and they, the crazy looking back is we can always say what if, but that team would have won. That was the 1 year where Eli had a competent offense, easily the best number one, and oops.
Mm-hmm.
Again, going back, I don't think it was Mike Tomlin at the time, but the Steelers, man, they keep those players under wraps. Plaxico is the number 2 over there, goes to the Giants, and all of a sudden he can't behave himself. Steelers just know how to run an organization, dude. Even their worst years, they're 500.
Never been under 500 under Tomlin.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to even think think of in your lifetime, how often Bill Cowher, it was just yeah, they won their conference. They were just the four. You know, I think it was rarely they were the first. You know, in the AFC, but they're always just in. They always had a chance, right?
Yep. Gosh, that'd be nice to be a fan of a team like that.
We can always hope.
Recently,
JJ McCarthy taking us to the promised land.
Never going under 500 with JJ McCarthy.
Nope. He's only he's only lost what 5 games in his high school and college career.
Would that stat say he's 27-1 in college?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he only lost 4 games in high school also.
Winner.
Like that is
question. Here's the question. Has he learned how to lose yet though?
Don't need to.
Show me a good loser and I'll show you a loser.
That's right.
The only reason I say that kind of jokingly, but kind of serious, is like Trevor Lawrence, it took him a while to adjust, like, hey, you're going to lose 7 games in a year. And he'd never lost 7 games in his whole life, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I think he knew he was a loser right away when Urban Meyer was his coach.
Yeah, well...
Not that he was a loser, just that his team was going to be losing.
Yeah, he saw Urban Meyer kick his kicker, and he's like, that doesn't seem right. I've been at football several levels. I've never seen the coach just kick a player that's getting paid. It's on the payroll, by the way. Everywhere else is just kind of you're happy to be there. He just kicks over a guy that's getting paid $1 million and basically says "fuck you." Like, what the hell? I do have one more issue with JJ, and I'm it's not super negative, but I got to get your guys' opinion on this. Make sure I pull up the right tab here. I don't want to pull up the postie looking like a Photoshop there. So did you guys see this video of him like, hey, I'm happy to be on the team, you know, go Vikes and stuff?
Yep. Yeah, I know which one.
What is going on with his lips here? I just want to...
Hey guys, JJ McCarthy here. So fired up to be a Viking. You have no idea. Can't wait to see you guys. Can't wait to meet you. And you know what it is. Skol Vikings! Come on. Let's.
What's your reaction to that?
We got Caleb Williams with the fingernails. We got our guy with the lipstick. All right.
There we go. And you know what Caleb Williams only did? He only won a Heisman. So there you go.
Yeah.
I saw that. I had to show. I was like, I gotta get your guys' reaction to it. Like, I thought it was like, okay, like the guy put on lipstick. Okay, it's kind of. And I looked at JJ's lips. I was like, this isn't that much of a parody, man. That was pretty fucking spot on.
I saw that too. It was the first day that he got drafted. And that was my first thing. I'm like, is he wearing lipstick? But then the other thing, like, I didn't watch that much JJ McCarthy, but I'm just like, is he 14? Like, he is so young looking.
Yeah, very baby faced.
Very much so. But then I looked on his Instagram and it turns out he drives a Ram. So there's a point for him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Another almost cyclone.
I got a big kick. So we're shitting on the Chiefs as well. There's been this big issue that you heard about. Remember that report card where the Chiefs got like an F on or a D on everything except for like atmosphere because they just win, and that naturally just brings everything up. Seeing Xavier Worthy walk around our facilities, going from Texas, the pinnacle of college athletics, where they pay for everything, it's amazing, state of the art, and then you see the Chiefs with just your little locker. Maybe has a plug-in in there. He has to be like, did I get drafted by the poors? What the fuck is going? Like, you know, he's just thinking about how poor that team is and how they will not put money into their facilities.
It's like the Arrowhead, state of the art.
It's like the Hillary meme when she's in an apartment.
That is exactly the perfect meme for that. Him just going, what in the hell? Which also, like, it's funny hearing about, if you read about insiders, like college insiders, they talk about how some of these state-of-the-art, like Oregon, and South Carolina and Clemson that have gotten state of the art at LSU. And 5 years later, they're going, it's already out of date because LSU just added a new one, and then the next one is Texas Tech is building the new locker. Like, you build the state of the art, you're there maybe 2 years. It's still a very nice one, but the state of the art is like gone within a graduating class.
Did I see that Kansas City is trying to do renovations for Arrowhead?
Mm-hmm. They're having a bit of an issue with the city of Kansas City because they want them to pay for half the stadium, like every billionaire. And Kansas City really didn't want to put up the money when it's like, hey, like, you're making plenty of money winning Super Bowls and merchandising and Swifties and everything else. Pay for your own fucking stadium. Mm-hmm. And they're talking about going into the Kansas side of it rather than the Missouri side. So there is some of that as well. Like, if you're not going to pay for half the new stadium, then and Cripes, I hope they put I don't know how many places cannot just do what Indianapolis does. Hey, is it a nice day? Open the dome. Is it a bad, shitty day? Buffalo, I'm talking to you. Is it a bad, shitty day where there's snow all over the place? Close the dome. You don't have to pay $20 an hour for your schmucks to shovel for you so you can lose in front of them. You can just have a clean field and it's warm.
Yeah,
like, come on.
Yeah. But Buffalo's going to have giant buffalo in front of it. So, I mean, priorities, bud.
Oh, could you imagine Buffalo Stadium and you get to play a round of Buffalo at the casino before you go to your seat? That would be electric.
I was thinking more like running with the buffaloes.
Oh, I was thinking like you actually enter a buffalo, like the buffalo mouth. You do not want to go through the back entrance of that.
Is there a game called Buffalo at the casino?
Buffalo! You never heard of that? Oh my god, you need to gamble more, my friend.
I stick to blackjack, and sports. And
how's that treating you?
Because I'm an athlete.
I'm an athlete, yeah. Me too. I'm an athlete as well. I was sweating profusely earlier when I was doing a 1.5 mile walk. Yeah. Because I was wearing a sweatshirt rather than just this t-shirt, and I was just drenched.
No, I do not know. I do not know the buffalo cry of the casino.
I cannot believe you'd never. I'm trying to find an image of it quick.
I live near. If I go gambling, it's near Deadwood, and if someone yells buffalo, we think there might be an actual buffalo there. So you'd be the boy who cries buffalo.
It's almost tourist flipping season for them buffalo.
Tourist flipping season. Alrighty, sorry, I finally got it pulled up here. It's a little it's one of these where it's 5x5 and you pay $5 a pop.
Yep.
And you see it's all the buffalo, and then they yells buffalo when you win.
I apparently have never seen anybody win.
A computer operated slot, so you don't win. So it's pretty silent in there.
No, I've heard from experts. You put a lot of money in and thinks you're going to be there a while, so it lets you win immediately, and then you pull your money out. That's how you win slots. Drunk people have told me.
Okay, all right. No,
you
believe
fool the computer. See, I'm smarter than the computer here, Trent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know what the funny thing I've learned from casinos? Everyone, it's like sports betting. Everyone tells you when they win a shit ton of money. They never tell you the night that they put in $500 in Buffalo and came out with fucking 60 cents,
Yep. How much did you lose to win that much?
Yeah, exactly. My favorite is them doing the math, and they're like, yeah, I was up huge at the poker. I was up $1,000, and then I went to the slots and it slowed down a little. And grand total, I ended up $150. It's like, you lost $850 somewhere. I'd be up $1,000. I would just quit at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was. I just sent you that picture. That's the only picture of him I can find that looked disappointed to be in the Chiefs locker room. So.
Oh, sharing it on here. How am I supposed to? Am I just gonna hold it up to the camera showing how old we actually? That's not even the real photo. There's a real photo of him. Like it's. We'll have to find the real photo, the Hillary meme, and we'll just post that side by side. Yeah. No caption. No hat. no hashtags. We're gonna go rogue on this one. But essentially, I'll be honest, it did look like that. Just the
Look very disappointed.
So, oh, I don't know. Wait, what else, you guys? We've done a lot of sports talk. You guys were a little excited about Posty earlier.
Well, yeah.
Dude is underappreciated as a country musician. Him and his big head.
God, it
Doesn't
doesn't
fit
fit
his
his
body anymore.
body. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I haven't seen the whole set, but I just saw like he did covers of a lot of country songs and then actually had some of the artists singing with him on the songs that he was covering. So I thought that was kind of cool.
I know he had Brad Paisley and Sarah Evans and Morgan Wallen, I think, on one of them too.
Yeah.
Him and Morgan Wallen were tossing chairs all over the place. They were
Morgan Wallen getting some getting some publicity again.
Now he should have had Tyler Childers out there when he was singing the Tyler Childers song, but he didn't.
Hold on, real quick. Can you guys see the guy underneath his guitar? Is that Santa?
I think that's Jack Black.
That is actually.
Jack Black's got that white beard now.
No, that's like way too white. Surely,
I love the fact that he's singing and playing guitar with a cigarette in his hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch? I don't think Trent did, but did you watch Parks and Rec, Bryant?
I did.
Did you? I can't remember what episode it is, but they've got the cover band, the Bobby Knight Rangers, and when they get done performing, they all throw chairs.
I bet Post Malone is singing about Lil Sebastian right there.
Probably. But yeah, I think that's what Morgan Wallen did. He was just a fan of Bobby Knight. Just wanted to throw a chair in honor of him.
So we've all, because I'm going to probably say something that not a lot of people like. We all like Posty. We like his music, yada yada. I've listened to women try and tell me, they're like, "Oh, Posty's so good looking. Oh man, if I could Post Malone," I go, "What?" Yeah, and they're like, "Well, yeah, he's good." I'm like, "Okay, like because he's skinny, that makes sense." They're like, "No, he's a good looking guy." I go, "He has always tired tattooed on his fucking face right in front of you." Like, what do you mean? If that same guy with the same tattoos but didn't have the musical accolades and just walked up to you and say, "Can I buy you a drink?" You'd be calling 911 and yelling rape. You would not talk to that guy. Don't tell me that Post Malone, without the music, you'd like to date that guy. Some people would, but like, I know this person, they would not. That's not their type.
I'll be honest, I don't know any of his music. I really don't. Just the stuff that I've heard, just the country stuff that I've heard him do. I absolutely love his voice for country.
Yeah, when is country album supposed to come out?
He hasn't announced.
Okay.
When you just said, "I'm not going to lie," there, I thought we were going to have a big moment where you're like, I find him handsome. I was like, "Whoa, Jesus!" Like, all right, you know.
No, if we're going with that same type of look, Jelly Roll is more of my type.
They, so what you're saying is,
like him a
you'd
little
like
more
me
husky.
if I grew my beard out a little bit more. Mine's a little too trimmed up and clean. I don't have enough tattoos on my neck.
That must be a thing, because if you look at his wife is very attractive, and
yeah,
I'm just gonna throw that out there, you know.
Yeah, she's a good looking gal. She I guess I'm just saying that without really knowing what she looks like. I know what she used to do, so I kind of put two and two together.
What she used to do,
What'd she do, Bryant?
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just pulling up. I'm trying to find the best photo of her. Yeah, I don't know. The first thing I'm going to say is seeing this is it gives me hope. That's
wasn't she was an athlete?
She was a what? I thought she was a stripper. Maybe both. I guess they're not like non-exclusive. You can't be one. You can be both.
Yeah, it's not mutually exclusive.
There you go. That's what I mean. Yeah, not mutually exclusive, but yeah, I can see. I mean, I got a velour zip up like that. I mean, I could look just like him. I got to pull a little smudge on the top of my head.
I think you could pull that look, Bryant. That coat with your rosary.
I don't have the rosary. Otherwise,
because you're so Catholic. I think.
yeah. I'm Methodist, but we'll play around. We'll play along with it.
Went to the Gallery Methodist Church. I don't think they had rosaries.
And I think it's cool that they've both been through a lot. I mean, obviously their story is, I can't imagine. So it's cool that they are with each other. I would say one has definitely outkicked their coverage more than the other, but
yeah, she really did.
Yeah, if we're gonna keep it football terms, I would say for sure outkicked his coverage. But see,
I didn't say which
there
one.
There you go.
I'm Jelly Roll. Hey,
you need some face tattoos.
Let me get this pen real quick. I'll draw on there real quick. I need to grow the beard out a little bit more. I need a chain. There you go. Fucking Jelly Roll right here.
Jelly Roll.
I want you to put pen ink on your face and then go to work tomorrow and try to explain to them what happened.
It was a bit for the podcast.
Hey, I did it for tens of dozens of views, sir.
Did it for the clicks.
Do the kids say I did it for the gram still, or is that old now?
Might be old. That's sus. They say still.
That's my new favorite thing at work is I always just ask the young kid, like 20 to 22. I go, hey, do the kids still there? Like, I say that because like I don't think I'm that terribly older, but like 33 to them is just fucking like ancient.
Yeah. They say Riz. Do you have Riz, Bryant? You should ask him if you have Riz.
I'm the Rizzler at work. The Wizard of Oz, Riz God. We have a lot of them, you know.
Oh my!
And do you know what Riz is short for?
Charisma.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew because some people they say I know what Riz stands for, and I say Cap. You don't know what Riz stands for.
That's Cap. You don't know.
Yeah. And then when I tell them what Riz does stand for, they say, "That's fire, bro." And I go, "I know." Trying to think what
actually,
bruh.
Beck actually used Riz on me last night, and I'm like, "What is this? Why are you saying this?"
Yeah. You speak in a different language.
True. She's around those kids. She knows all the lingo.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's flames. You know, fire and flame. That's a little older, but like you can get your point across. It's changed a lot since when I was younger, and it's on fleek. You know, fleek was just some stupid fucking word, but we all knew what we were getting at.
Stop being so mid, brah. Come on, Brian.
Yeah, it's very mid.
So mid right now.
Yeah. Apparently they all like to zins. They all like to do like make the zin rhyme, like Abraham Zinklin, you know, those types of rhymes.
So that now I assume that Zen now is just like, remember like 5 years ago, probably less than 5 years ago, just jewels were the thing.
Yeah.
You got to have a jewel. Now it's Zen.
Once they got rid of mango, jewels just went downhill. So, but yeah, we'll we're gonna catch up on some more early 90s teen slang, and then we're gonna continue this segment next week as well.
Yes, I like it.
With the more slang, and I'm gonna be in my full Jelly Roll getup, as well as, like I said, I'm going to abstain for the next week, and we'll have our trivia update as well. We've already got a full agenda going into next week.
Abstain all week, Brian. You have the most fire takes. No cap.
My least favorite is finna.
Finna?
Yeah. That is my least favorite. All it means is gonna. So why don't you just say gonna?
I'm finna go to bed after we log off here.
And that's no cap, dog.
Yeah. Fire, brah.
Oh, so like Ryan, you slipped out just a quick second there. Like I said, I'm gonna get some more of these words, write them down, and then I'll have them for next week, so we can get the younger crowd in here.
Yep.
You can test us and try to figure out, so we can try to translate what it means.
Just drop them in conversation, and then
actually like that idea.
Yeah.
No, I just say come on with a list of it, and Trent and I, our old asses, try to figure out what you youngins talk about, how you talk.
I'm going to do a mix of very new slang, and then I'm going to do very old slang that my grandparents used. And then that way, the algorithm, we're going to get a lot of views, and we're going to make some buku bucks.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what buku bucks is?
I'm assuming that's not a new slang.
It's from quite a while ago. It's French meaning a lot. Buku bucks, a lot of bucks, a lot of money.
Okay.
We finna get them dollars, bruh.
We're gonna get bands.
Oh, bands, yeah.
Bands.
Racks, stacks. Racks been around for a while. Rack City.
Racks on racks on racks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of around for a minute.
Yeah.
Any more?
Not my language. Not at all.
I was just gonna see how long until one was like, "Can we just shut the fuck up and not keep trying to
wait for one of us to click in stream?"
Wait, I didn't even click it. The computer decided we were done. AI is taking over and said, "You're just done with this pod. You're not."
I thought you were gonna say you didn't click it an hour ago. We haven't been recording this whole time.
Oh, we remember early in the day when we didn't have screens, we couldn't see it, and we went like 20 minutes into a pod. That's always fun.
Yep.
Those are the good old days.
Yep.
Yeah, the good old days.
Mm-hmm. Remember when we used to have IT issues every time? Oh, yeah, we still
do. Yeah. Not as bad though.
Ours is more just on time, where we're terrible with that.
Yeah. Hold
on, real quick. You guys just want to do a quick segment on the top 10. Oh, geez, quit. Sorry, this website has a bunch of pop-ups. Shockingly, when I look up top 10 American slang words.
Oh God, from right now or forever?
No, this is 2024. I'm gonna scroll up in real time so we can see them. But do you know what number one is?
We have to guess what they mean.
Well, I guess you could just either guess or what it means, but you want to guess what the first one is? It's in alphabetical order, by the way. Starts with B.
Starts with B?
Yeah.
Oh, brah.
Well, it's close. Well, no, not close, actually. It just starts with B.
Back in my day, we would say biznitch.
Oh. Well, now the kids say bougie.
Oh, bougie. Katrina says bougie all the time.
Yeah, that's Trent's wife.
We are bougie.
It is an adjective for rich and luxurious, special, and fancy.
I thought it was you acted rich, like had expensive, luxurious things, but you're not rich. Like, well, that person's just bougie.
Yeah, she's so bougie with that Louis Vuitton bag.
Okay.
Adjective.
Yeah.
Next one, actually, I do remember this one. I like it.
I saw it.
Bussin'.
Potato chips are bussin'.
So Ryan, are you writing these down? Because I need you to start using these words.
No, I'm using slapping nowadays.
Oh yeah, that's
slaps.
I think
that's going to be on there. It's got to be.
Also, anyone watching this live, if one comes up that's really bad, we apologize. I did not filter this. This is just the first website that came up. Drip. Stylish. That one's not even new. That one, I knew that one.
Yeah, this is not 2024. This is 2000.
Stop being so extra, Ryan.
Yeah, rent free. That one. Speaking of rent free in sports, that one is so overplayed. It is terrible.
Yeah,
now.
I used it today, so yeah.
But it's like, you know what? It's like some, like, for my example, you'll just see a bunch of like hawk burner accounts trolling for like our punter got drafted higher than your top prospect, which me and Trent talked about this, or we all talked about this before the stream. He was your best player for the last 3 years. Like, no one's even mad that I think Torrey Taylor, you could have objectively could have been drafted higher, and no one would have said a peep. Right?
Now, I did like Caleb Williams' text to him after he got drafted. Did you see this?
Yes.
Caleb Williams texted him, said, "You're not going to do a lot of punting here."
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Back it up. But I you know what? Ever since Caleb hasn't been thrown in our face every week of college football, I can tolerate him a lot more. It was the same thing today with like ESPN and the problem they have. The Lakers, I've turned around multiple times at work just to like get a breather, and on the TV every single time is the Lakers were the losing team, by the way, and it was all LeBron, all Lakers, all day.
Yeah, they're done. Like
they're the done team. We're not talking about the team that won. We're talking about the team that lost.
They gave him the old, I heard this this term when I was watching hockey last night, and I like it.
Rent-free?
Who beat them? Was it Denver?
Yeah.
Denver gave them the gentleman's sweep. 4-1.
Yeah.
The gentleman's sweep. I like it.
Yeah, because it's very rude to just sweep them and don't give them a chance. So you give them one game.
Yeah, the gentleman's sweep. I like it.
So, but anyway, back to rent free here, since we're learning our vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Rent free is so someone will say something to troll you, you'll reply and go, "Yeah, rent free." It's like, no, man, you're starting a conversation and then you're mad because I'm continuing the conversation with you.
It's like you're the one that brought it up.
Exactly.
It's like how Iowa fans live rent free in Iowa State fans' heads.
It's the other way around.
It's both ways. It's not a rivalry unless both sides actively hate the other side.
It's not a rivalry. Just ask them.
Yeah. Super Bowl. Your Super Bowl. We're being salty right now.
Yeah, we are.
We are overreacting.
Are we sailors or what?
Yeah, salty sailors. Getting scurvy.
Are you feeling salty right now?
Shook. This list is terrible. Shook. That one's easy. We knew that. Vibe check. The vibes aren't great right now when we're talking Iowa, but vibe check. Make sure someone's
need a better
having a good
list.
time.
This list is like 15 years old.
This says from 2024. Woke. Well, we all know woke. Other common slang words.
Trent's woke.
All the
Trent tried to get me canceled last week.
All the feels. Amped. Basic. Bestie. Blow off steam. What is this? The 1960s? What the kids probably don't even know where steam comes from. You're blowing off steam because
I thought this was from 2024.
This is just other. Sorry, this is just other slang terms, not recent. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, bro, chill out,
bruh.
Let's just scroll down a little bit more. It's giving. I hate that one. That one's terrible. K or KK. Why'd they stop at 2? Oh no. Cool, legit. Yeah, the rest of these are just period.
Spencer, that's funny.
Period to. I'm probably not pronouncing that right.
Mm-hmm.
Spencer, can you help us out here? Period.
Like all these ones are not new. It's like just Bart Simpson. Like, eat my shorts, man. Like, come on.
Ay caramba. That's
yeah.
Is it 1990s?
Where's Crikey at? We need to bring Crikey back.
Crikey.
See that's a very solid one. Prof for professor.
Professor.
The whole time when we were in South Carolina, I tried to get somebody to go and check the cloaca of an alligator to see what sex it was. No one wanted to go check the cloaca.
Whoa. What's that slang term? What's cloaca mean?
That's just anatomy, bro. That's anatomy, bro.
Spence had a very good one. Do you remember this one? What's that? That's a slang term, right? I think if we're so loose with some of these now, roomie, root for that just sounds like this is a selfie. Situationship. That one's
slay.
Vanilla. Wallflower. Oh, wallflower. I've heard that one. Yeah. What a list.
How to keep up with American slang. I wanted to read how I can stay up to date.
How to stay cool.
Well, I'll get a new list. The top 10 were okay, but I'll get some new ones, and I'll have some next week for you. How about that? That way you can stay communicating with all the 22 to 25-year-olds like I know you want to.
Yeah, because I communicate with so many of them on a daily basis.
The first time I heard slap, and it was on a TikTok video of a guy cooking potatoes, and he's like, "This is how you cook potatoes that really slap." And I'm just like, "Is this really how we're talking?"
Yeah. See, slaps. I like that one. Yeah, that's it. Feels slap in the face. It hits with all that flavor. It slaps. I think. I don't know.
Takes you to Flavortown.
Oh yeah. That's just, sorry, Flavortown is just so funny because like we all know what it means, but like you can just turn that dirty just so fast. Right.
I'm Guy
Guys,
Fieri, and welcome to Triple D.
And ladies, you're about to go to Flavortown, or he says it to them. Either way, it's a compliment. You know? Is that what he was doing on all those dine-ins and drive-throughs and
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah, he's diving into Flavortown is what he was doing.
Take me to Flavortown.
Why do you think he's got the goatee? It's the flavor saver.
Oh,
Are we talking about food still or
later to Pound Town?
From Flavor Town to Pound Town, baby. God.
Gosh. I thought I saw a little white getting in that hair.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that's just just bleached. No cap. Sorry, I was trying to find some more.
His hair's bleached, no cap.
Yeah, no cap. Oh, is it still? Oh, I thought my screen was still sharing. I was like, it just said no cap. This sandwich is bussin'. Still the T. Fist. Cap. Cool slay. Is yeet a Gen Z word?
Yeet.
Or is it?
But not
Yeah,
like
none of these
country
are
boy.
good.
Yeet.
What does Pookie mean in Gen Z? It means your best friend.
Are you taking a quiz?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just going through all it. Google just keeps coming up with questions. I keep clicking it.
He's on BuzzFeed right now taking
Trent,
what slang term are you?
Trent, do you know what a gyat is?
A gyat?
Yeah, a gyat. Like gyat. Like that.
I just saw this one. It's I just saw this one actually.
Guillotine?
No, it is not a guillotine.
No.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the other ones. It's a big ass.
Yes.
Like, it's
you can have
like when you look over and you. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and like rate them. It's like Giat 1 or Giat 2. Like
yeah. Well, it's you see a big ass, Ryan, and you go yeah, like goddamn, but you just put it into one, and your eyes have to bulge out too. Yeah. See, I know that one.
I just heard that on a reel tonight. These kids were telling their dad these. That's how I do, like, Riz and that kind of stuff.
I feel bad when TikTok gets banned from you guys. For you guys.
Oh, I don't watch TikTok.
Well, the biggest TikToker I know.
Yeah.
What about when I say JJ McCarthy's ellipse in that video? It gives me the ick. Do you know what that means?
Ooh, that's an ick. It's a red flag.
Yeah. My favorite. So there's red flag and green flag, so people can rate fucking if something's good or not. And then because people, if you don't have an opinion, it's got to be a beige flag. It means nothing. It's like you could just say nothing about it. Then everyone's got to have an opinion on everything. Why do you think we got this podcast?
That's right.
Because we haven't been given the red flag yet.
Well, that we haven't been given many opinions. We just get on here and make fun of stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully, some people get some laughs.
Yeah,
that's what we're here for.
Yeah. If you watch any of this podcast, just watch the last 20 minutes of it.
Yeah. Skip through all of our analysis of loving or hating our draft picks. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, shit, I haven't looked up any stupid products since our disposable camera situation.
Oh, yeah, disposable camera where everyone's starting to figure out that they all are $40 and expensive as shit now.
Should have listened to
but
us
the quality
ago.
but the quality hasn't gotten better, so it's just retro, man. Retro's coming back.
I had a buddy just snap me earlier today, speaking of nostalgia, and everyone's looking like Pokemon cards. Those ones make a lot of money now. He has a pair of wrestling shoes that were probably 60, 70, maybe even 100 at the time. Now it's old enough. He said it's been in storage for 15 years. These nostalgic like Asics are selling for like $450.
Jesus.
It's not incredible. Like, I've never seen shoes as much of an investment. They are. It's always just crazy to think like, oh yeah, these shoes that he kept in storage. He said he wrestled with them and he was done with them. So he just, for memories. And it's $450. Those fucking things would be on eBay faster. I might have told you guys this. It's crazy that some stuff like that. I was organizing at my mom's house, and she has an Apple II box, not in good condition, just the box, not the Apple II computer in there. And there's so many Apple fanatics that a box of an Apple II in that type of condition sells for $60.
Sell it.
That's what I almost set up an eBay account at that moment to sell it for her.
That's dumb.
I agree.
Yeah.
But hey, if she's going to give me a cut for selling it for her, I will.
Get $5 on that puppy.
How stupid would you feel that you open up a box and your prize in the middle is an empty box?
Yeah.
Do I have to put stuffing around it so it doesn't get damaged on the way over there?
No, here you sell it for $60 on eBay, and when you ship it, don't even put it in a box. Just slap the sticker, the address sticker, right on the side of it, and send it to them. This is what you get for buying an empty box for $60.
That you know what the crazy thing is? That box wouldn't make it to them. Someone would steal it because they go, "That's an Apple II box."
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Have you heard the Diddy Meek Mill video?
Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
This is an off-air conversation.
Okay. We'll go over that, so we don't get canceled, as the kids say.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be on air. You just don't want to play the whole thing.
You just don't want to play the clip.
You can play 3 seconds of the clip.
I don't know.
I know enough about what's going on with Diddy. I don't think I need to hear that on air to get in trouble here. We all got our faces and names out here. Let's just
We'll cut this one off, and then we'll talk about it, Brian.
Yeah.
I think that was the theme of our trip, our Augusta trip.
Oh my God.
Was the Diddy video? Yeah, we'll talk about that.
It is funny that I get home from Augusta, and about 2 days later, my wife goes, "You heard anything more about the Diddy thing?" I'm like, funny you should ask. I have a video to show you.
Well, join our Patreon, and we'll discuss Diddy, and we'll also discover Columbia University. We'll talk about a lot of things, whatever you want to talk about.
It's a Pulse of the Heartland OnlyFans.
We'll put it behind a paywall, though. Sorry.
Yeah.
That one's not free.
We need to set up our Patreon immediately.
Yes.
Yep.
And then a GoFundMe for us to get paid for, basically not having jobs anymore.
For getting canceled afterwards.
Yeah.
Welcome to the American dream now. You make content online where you don't go to an actual job and work. And then when you get canceled, you ask for more money from your fans so you can continue to not work.
Sounds all right.
So, but yeah, I'm the only other thing I was going to throw out there, and just very random, if you're looking for either a new Nicolas Cage movie or a different kind of I wouldn't say horror, but satire on HBO, Dream Scenario. Interesting movie.
Nick Cage. How am I not in that movie?
Yeah.
That whole clip from
Nick
Saturday
Cage
Night Live.
is popping up in everyone's dreams in that movie, and it's very interesting.
I still need to see the one with Pedro Pascal in him.
Yeah, the immeasurable Spencer in the chat. He was just talking about it the other day. He said he loved it. So I think it's on it's on one of them. It's not Prime because you have to pay to rent, but I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
That's right. I've seen this poster for Dream Scenario. Have not seen the actual movie.
No, I recommend it. Watch it, and we'll review it or something. Who cares?
Next week on the Monday Funcast.
I'll watch it when you listen to Matt Rife stand up.
Guys, he's got bigger horse teeth than fucking John Elway. I'm not gonna listen to that.
Gosh, we haven't kept up with Veneers of the week either.
Oh man, we forgot about that. It was such a classic bit.
All these bits, we're losing them.
Shit. We don't have someone to write it down anymore. So
next week we'll have Veneers of the Week, Nicolas Cage movie roundup,
JJ's lip gloss review.
What's in this video? What's in this Diddy video? We'll play that game.
Oh no! Oh no! All right.
And can Bryant look more like Jelly Roll?
God, I hope not. I'm trying to do the opposite right now, man. I'm trying to unjelly my rolls. I'm trying to get to the other end of the spectrum. I'm trying to lose a couple X's off of the L, you know?
Hey, that dude's riding in private jets right now, so
yeah, and he's barely squeezing in the seat there. So there's there's private jet. They have to put a little more fuel on his side of the plane. We're coming in for a landing. The tires are wearing down at an uneven pace. That's always my biggest fear going into a shop. They're like, your left side tires are both wearing down. Just take me out back, sir.
Oh shit.
The worst thing, and I say it doesn't hurt me, but I still remember this verbatim, is my brother in high school tried to make me pay gas fuel because of the discrepancy of if he would to just drive the mile to school compared to if I was sitting there with him driving the mile to school. Lost in MPGs. It's like, fuck you. I still remember that 15 years later. It didn't scar me at all, though. It's okay. Should we end on that?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's great.
Let's get out of here.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. You guys doing an amateur hour this week?
Yeah, not much to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not football season yet, so
one more important thing. In 15 minutes, I think the Sunday Red goes on sale. Get your credit.
Eastern. Hold on.
Get your credit cards out.
Red.
Not Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah. Make sure there's a space in there, sir.
3 words.
All right, I'm gonna be refreshing it at 11 o'clock flat.
Okay.
Sharp, I guess.
Oh wait, it says it's available now. Apparently, we had an early release.
Well, we got to fucking end the stream then, so we can start buying these red polos, dog.
Ooh, the prices are
quite high.
Any of you want a $70 t-shirt?
Oh, the price is bussin'.
They're bussin'.
Bussin' FRFR, which means for real, for real.
A $200 hoodie. Oh,
Jesus. So, all right.
No cap.
Sorry, Tiger. I love you, but not that much.
We'll see y'all next week.